Wow, Cal Raleigh! In a blink of a vapor trail. Back in front.
And here, he was hunting. I mean, looking for a fastball. Rates at 104. When we say no right now, it is historic. And this,
I don't know, maybe this would be true of anybody who hits 40 different ways this year. He has had the absolute, and then it does.
I spoke with Tim Laker the other day. A home run that he hit, at how well he was using strikes. But to your point, seeing shots and that one just
due to Randy. Naylor takes now tied Aaron Judge for the Marine to wait to come center now. Randy on his way. Home plate umpire stepping out from behind.
To me, it looked like he had to think of what you'd have to back it.
Well, Dan Wilson's coming out. He wants a.
They're saying, like, listen, you got a wickets in the box. So he comes together, right?
So if that's the arguing, I'm guessing.
Correct. That's my take.
Well, at that point.
So.
Or a ball.
Translation. So we're not going to count the first.
Well, Dan is really. Or go out and actually talk to the pitcher before. The 1-0 to Naylor. I'm not sure of anything right now.
Until Naylor is ready.
Randy, and he's safe.
Pretty high leg kick. We're put in play.
Nobody out. 2 on. The Mariners. My bet, you have seen it before when a pitch, as the 2-0 comes, umpire does and say, hey, you got to wait till they look in time before there's somebody on base. Then it could be or efforting to try to figure out that exactly.
Idea what he was talking about or what he was.
2 on with walks. I'm sure we will get the Queen Casino.
All right, this is huge, but you have a situation here in lead. This is where they.
Well, especially we talked about
some of the swing adjustments that guarding the ball, making hard contact through a little bit easier. Aaron.
He calls for time. A throw to third base. I mean, come on. Life. 3-2. No man's land. Rengifo back to the plate. Base hit. Arozarena in. Nail 6th inning. It's 5-2.
Pitch and side of the field was just wide open for.
Does not cost an extra base. Runs on something other than a homer. Strike 1 to Williamson.
Can't take Mitch out and go lefty righty. And you'd like to get a couple of runs there with the base.
JP off the glove. Rengifo scores. I mean, come on.
Rengifo could have just gathered. Didn't have to make the handle.
Runners this inning.
Different times. And he's been a
first time in Julio's career. Ducking for cover over there. It was he who walked and eventually came home to score. Lob over to third base. Ball 1. Cal Raleigh's 40th home run.
There, hopefully he can knock the rust off.
All right, for a pitcher, you want the run support, but you also
really long inning.
Shonowell is aboard a leadoff.
With them, but also just York in the zone just a little bit. That pitch.
He's had a good night. Kirby really earned it. More 3-ball
that Mitch Garver will put into balls or sliders. That was different. 14 strikeouts, 7 of them.
With 1 out and 1 on. And plays it on a sharp hop. Is able to make a really nice.
This was just on, and Shonowell on his way to third. Williamson doing it was a huge strikeout.
Well, the Mariners would love to get a 4, so you have to imagine they are down.
Kirby is throwing that sinker.
His hand with a 96-mile-an-hour heat.
And when you have your hand smashing it with a hammer.
Kirby's reaction.
I think he was there. If you actually swing at, but he throws with his right.
Kevin Newman will take his spot. Plays than O'Hoppe this year amongst the 0-2.
Kirby is throwing that sinker. And after
his hand with a 97 pitches. He's more of a put it in play kind of guy. 1. 0-2. Observe it here.
And he starts him off.
0-2. Gets in the tank.
Because he went in and got a pitch.
1-2 from Kirby. Kirby's low to the 2-2. The next pitch will be a career high. Now the 2-2. A walk brings in a run. He got him! Vicious pitch down and into Red Heaps. Got out fast.
He found it, deposits this into the seat.
We've been linking Cal's name with a lot of the older Johnny Bench.
And how he's so grateful.
You know, your conversation, something similar, does show what can happen, and I know what level of the position can be when it comes.
Position players don't, and it is one of the pitches, because so much of where it is out of the hand and where it's going to end up.
This up, and who wants it? Whoa. Now, all right, George Kirby on the mound tonight. He's got. Lead off.
More about him and what he dashed up just a little bit, and very effective. Angels team, they're going to hit their home runs and
ball games where things go according to plan and has a 4-run lead to work.
So it's a couple of your
have done a good job up to this point. Finds Canzone in right field. You are right there in the wild card pursuit. They're 12 games on the road. Just missing ball at Arlington.
Just trying to what it is that is.
The ballpark has been kind of paradise all of a sudden. Just recently, long throw and nailed Thornton. A perfect 7th inning. Ichiro. Fulmer back on.
Ground ball from Lamont Wade Jr.
His second game tonight. Polanco. Something's. Polanco reaches for the second. The play you were talking about, Ange.
Well, goes quite a long way to get, then is a little bit short on us.
One out, 1 on 4.
The biggest difference I see with Dom, we saw that earlier tonight, but
according to plan through.
But he's just got
run derby of non-prolific in this series would be 2 guys that would be drafted pretty.
Don't need to see them. Sound.
Polanco on the relief board from Fulmer. Mariners can hold on and win.
Talked about not being in between.
The lefty and righty version of the same. Polanco racing around third, drives in a nice little piece of insurance.
Has put a couple of good swings on. Get some back up the middle. About Ben Williams, and he's always coming out of the.
Yes.
Absolutely, and never gets too low.
And he's safe.
Maybe picked up the changeup. This is what to do.
And Neto motioned over to. Something's easy throw to first base to retire the set.
8 prospects in the top 100 of Tacoma, Rainiers, and
Fun announcement to hear the Mariners making the current team, and they also have a really
It's
on the same station. Now Shonowell works 8.
11 pitches.
This one and can't. It drops in front of him. Shonowell
Cutter is low and away to lift.
Prang, and now Garver going out there on Roku. 107 our first pitch. That goes foul. 0-2.
Right? Safe, yeah. Well, especially when you have, who can turn the baseball around. He's got 21. With Ward, who just.
Shonowell at second, Ward at first. There's 1-2. He got.
One thing he likes to do is get his hands in. No chance getting the barrel.
On the ground, let Polanco on the money to first and preserves a 7-2 lead after a switch hitter in the history of the game.
Tweaking just a little tiny bit with Cal Raleigh and him to make particularly relief yard for his 40th tonight.
Tomorrow's the 4th game. He's homered quite a bit. Neto
Behind him, and the offense just really like the fact that Dom Canzone loaded and they had the fly out. They're like, oh, are they not going to?
3 innings of this one for the Angels. His right elbow. It is not a tear.
Like taking 10 days off. Oh, no, it isn't.
That's a new one. Another look at Carson Fulmer.